hope you can hear me all right. I'm out here on the tractor this evening trying to do a little mowing before it gets dark. It gives you a little time to ponder on things in life. And I don't know if many are familiar with the video I did about 3 months ago. I went down to South Carolina, kind of did a pond or lake consultation with Scott and David. David was his son, the owner's son, and he's got a YouTube page now, Southern Homestead Transformation. I'll put a link in the description. But sadly, Friday morning I got the news that his son had been killed along with his co-worker. They had worked for DOT and they were out, I guess, fixing a pothole. I didn't really get the whole story, but unfortunately the driver of a tractor trailer was not paying attention, and from what the news report I could find online was hit and killed both of them before running off into the woods. So it's just absolute horrible news to hear. I can only imagine what both families are going through for such a tragedy like that. That's absolutely something you never want to get the call to hear by any means. So if you kind of maybe go to their page and give your thoughts and condolences and prayers, just send them some love for the healing process. This is gonna, I'm sure, take a long time, something like that, to kind of pretty much heal from, if you ever do. So it kind of, I went down there and met both of them. They were both very avid watchers of my channel, so I was fortunate enough to go down there and spend the better part of a morning talking about their pond and giving them pointers and everything they want to do. The father, Scott, is going to be the one. He had bought him an excavator. He's going to go out there and do all the work and pretty much build a homestead to leave to his son David. And sadly that's been cut short, but I'll probably go ahead. I think I still have the clips to the new people who have not seen that, or the ones that missed it, and I'll add it to this video after this. So sad day for them. Just another heads up for everybody. I mean, you know, road work is so dangerous. I despise working when we have to unload equipment out in the road, or just, I mean, nobody likes road work. It's just, it's dangerous. Nobody cares. They're all in a hurry, impatient, and I mean, I don't want to be out there blocking your road no longer than I have to. You know, I don't want, you know, it's a danger on me being out there worried that somebody's not paying attention, and I want to get run into or hit or run into the truck and they get hurt. So just, I mean, when you're in a construction zone, just pay attention. I mean, look out for everybody. They want to go home just as bad as you do. So heaven forbid you spend an extra couple minutes in traffic and let somebody go home at night. So just head over to their channel and kind of give them a little love. I'm sure they need it right now. We made it down here, Justin. It only took about 3 hours, but we're here with Scott and Dave.
Good morning.
Say good morning. They've got us down here to look at, how big did you say this was? Around 20 acres, or will be?
Yeah.
When it's all done. They've got it was a sand pit, and now they're trying to reclaim it into a pond. So we've come down here today. They've asked if we'd come down here and kind of give them advice on what to do as far as getting this put back in place to be a permanent pond and not drain down every time the creek goes down. So we're going to walk around here and figure out the best solution, and we'll take you along for the tour and give you the game plan as we go. So we're down here at the dam section where it breached during the hurricane. There's a big creek that flows back here, and this was actually the berm, and the guy that had the sand pit for some reason mined out all the dirt that they needed for the dam. He was supposed to
build a pond when he was done, but he fell through on that and they had to run him off. So we're trying to get the best game plan to build a dam back here with all the dirt he's got to work with here, and the equipment he's got. He's got a 250 Kobelco and some tractors and a little dump truck, but as you can tell, there's got a fantastic amount of water that flows in here, but it's just all sand down here. It's just a part of the state where it's just all sand everywhere. There is some clay, but trying to figure out the best route to get some clay to build a good dam, because it's going to have to start where those buckets are, come all the way around. I mean, we're talking could be 15,000 yards of dirt's got to be moved, and then tie back into this hillside over here and use the material that's available to get the pond deeper and get it here as quick. So I'm suggesting that we take all that concrete that's over there, get it put in place to kind of help the erosion from this creek, because that's what happens. The creek come up during a hurricane, you know, 12-15 foot deep here, and it just spilled over this berm and filled this up because this was down because they were mining sand at the time. And then as the water receded, it just all gushed back out and washed this whole entire dam out. So I mean, there's a huge piece of concrete pipe right here that just needs to be broke up and just used on this back edge right here for erosion. So we're going to walk around and figure out the best place to get dirt. We're thinking cutting this front edge and laying it up once this is cleared, and get it put in place and tracked in, and probably just do our standard overflow right here with a nice spillway over there. So we're going to walk around and see what else we got. So about midway here, there's kind of a peninsula that sticks out. I know it all looks like sand, but where was I at? Over here you can actually see it's kind of like a gumbo clay, and once you mix it all in, it's hard as a brick. And no, it wasn't right there, it's right here. And it packs hard as concrete. So this is where I'm suggesting he cuts majority of the dirt for the dam. Plus, you know, if you only raise the water up 4 feet, this is still going to be sticking out of the water and make a giant eyesore, because his house is going to go up there overlooking this, and it'll be gorgeous when it's full. But go in here, cut all this dirt out, mix it in with this sand. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. But then start up here, that way this is gone, and haul your dirt down there. And you can see it now a whole lot easier. Tie your dam in right there, extend it around. It's going to be 12-14 foot tall back into the wood line over here, and then it'll just be a big horseshoe dam. And then that way this will be a good 4 or 5 feet underwater. Get rid of this, add in more pond, just make everything cleaned up a whole lot nicer. And then we're going to go over there and assess what to do with that hillside to make it more manageable.
Saying that you got everything now, you can't come back for anything else. You agree to that like he got it on video. Because the guy snuck it. He came around the gate. One day I hear a machine running down here. He snuck because he couldn't.
So right here on this side, we're kind of getting a game plan on what to do with this edge. There's kind of like the old ramp into the pit right here. I'm going to use that to finish cutting that material out, and then start working on the slope to kind of get it pulled back, and that'll give him several thousand yards that he can use for this half of the dam, just by where the old pit bank was, cutting that back, getting the slope on that where it can be maintained, and then taking all the dirt and using it for this is probably enough dirt to do half this side of the dam. Start right there, go to the center, and then get the rest from the other half, and that way you're not moving dirt all over the world. But seems like it'll be a pretty straightforward project. I just told him 5 times he's going to need a bigger dump truck.
You hear that, Wendy?
Oh, you got a good size excavator, just going to need a bigger dump truck. A lot of dirt to move, a lot of dirt, but it can be done. It can be done. Work on it here and there, and once you get to the center, it's going to be time to rock and roll. Then have to have all the dirt ready to go. Then point of no return once you start putting the pipe in, damming up water. You got to get it put in quick. So all right, we're going to go check his excavator out while we're here, and hopefully we were somewhat beneficial coming down here.
Oh, most definitely.
We got our exercise at least, walking around here checking everything out. But it's one of these projects, unless you actually come down here and look at it, you can say all you want from pictures, but until you see it, it looks completely different from what I was expecting as far as what needs to be done. So alrighty, well, let's go check the machine out.
put something a little too heavy on
There's
it.
his
Snap it.
250 Kobelco he's bought to kind of, well, not to help. It's going to do all the work out here as far as moving all the dirt, which is more than adequate for this work. And we just grease it up. He had a manual thumb put on it. It's not plumb for hydraulic, is it?
No.
I don't think so. No. So that was your best option for that. And we're going to start it up and go try it out and just kind of make sure everything's good to go on it for him.